be sort of a short video. We're going to teach you how to create your own inserts for a planner that you have. And I'm going to get started by going to my browser, and I'm going to sign on to Canva, which is what has been the easiest for me to create any planner inserts. And so let's get started. There's two ways to do this really, but you can automatically use a size that Canva already has. So if I click on create a design, and I should also mention that Canva is free, but you won't be able to use all of the features that it has as far as like templates or photos that are included if you don't have a paid version. So there are different plans, and you'll see here that, let me exit out here. You'll see here that there is a free plan. But if you're wanting to do like different features, background remover, do different presentations, use the premium photos that they have for the paid price, you have that option as well. I don't do the free version just because I do actually use Canva for some of my social media clients, and I prefer to just have all the features. Plus, I have a team that also uses my Canva, and so we're able to just kind of collaborate like that. So, what I'm going to do first is create a design. Now, I could search here on the search box for maybe like an A5, and I will click on A5 document, and it already it automatically it already automatically gives you the size for the A5 document. So if I click on A5 document, this is already the template that it has, but the only thing that you want to keep in mind is that when you are hole punching your templates, you also want to refer back to, ensuring that you're not using that space or giving it enough space to have it hole punch. So if you're just designing a dashboard in this example, I can click on elements, and I can use, again, if you have the paid version, you'll be able to see way more things. Or if I click on design, there are already a lot of different styles that are available. Sometimes I'll just click on something like this, modify it. Like if I want, I'm going to click on this on an example. But see, this is one great example of how we have the dashboard. It already has a design. You can change the different photos. If I was over here clicking on this, I can change the text that it has. And so there are just so many ways that you can design this dashboard, or you can yourself, add in your photos, add in your design, and go ahead and do that. So I'm going to go ahead and just click on this one just so you guys can kind of see what are some of the ways that you can do this. So if I wanted to design a dashboard for August, this is a monthly dashboard. This is the way that it would look. I can come back here, make it a little bit bigger, change the photos. And so just like this, what you would do is go to share, download, and make sure that you print this in a PDF print. This is going to be the best way to print it on your printer. Now, once you go ahead and click on PDF print, I'm just going to, let's see, yeah, PDF print. Choose the one that says best for printing, because that will be the best option for printing in high quality. So I'm just going to print this out or download it in the PDF, and then you'll see that I now have my A5 planning insert in a monthly dashboard form. So if I click on print, just make sure that you're using your correct settings for your printer. And in this case, I'm just going to choose the paper size to an A5 format. And you'll see here that it goes into the entire page of that paper size. So again, this is one way to do your documents for your planners, like a dashboard. Now, if you were wanting to use something a little bit different, like a planning insert, which is what I've done before, what you want to do is do the same thing, search for the size that you're wanting to do, or in my case, I'm going to show you what I do. I use a custom size. So I go ahead and click on inches, and you'll see here that it's in my recent, but this is my personal size planner that I use, and it's a 3.75 by 6.75. So I would click on this, and it automatically creates my personal size planner insert. I'll probably just want to give this a name just so I know that I'm going to create a planner insert and I know what I'm talking about. And what I'll do here is start marking my planner insert. Now you'll probably want to do this one time and then just save it as a template so you don't have to be recreating these all the time. But what I do is I ensure that my rulers are on there. So I'll click on view settings, show rulers and guides. And now I can see these rulers. Now why I want this is because I'm actually going to click on the side of this ruler and start marking where I'm going to leave space for my hole punch. So I'm going to do one on one side and then I'll do one on the other side. So you'll see here, and again, use the best judgment. Check your planner just to confirm that the hole punches give yourself enough room. Usually I try to do 0.4, or like this one says 0.459, and then I'll just do the same on the other side. So then what I do is I go to elements, and then I get one of these. Here we go. I get a square or just a rectangle, and then I start marking where my ruler is at. So you'll see that Canva will start to paste your shape into the lines of the ruler that you have. I'll do the same thing and then copy it on the other side. Okay, so we should be good. We should be even. I ended up copying this on the other side so that we're not, yeah, so that we're good. So now I have this, right? This is what I start off with. I'll duplicate this, and so I'll just duplicate this, and I'm going to delete one side. So now I will remove my ruler, and I don't need to keep the ruler on there because now I have both sides. So this will be my front, this will be my back. Then what I'll start doing is putting in everything that I want here, right? So if I come on here, I'll come to the top, start putting and I'm going to just do reading tracker for now. But I'll do reading tracker, then come on down, paste that, and I'll just kind of reorganize where it's at so that it's in the middle. Maybe I want to add a table, and so let's see what I have here. Yeah, see, there's like these little things. There's graphics, habit tracker, whatever you want to create. This is how I do that. So again, I'll go over the steps. Create your size. You can do this on your A5, A4, A3, whatever planner size that you have. Ensure that you have the show rulers and guides. Mark your guide for the hole punch side, and then start working on your planner insert. So then what I'll do, I'm just going to put this here just so you guys can kind of see like what that looks like. And I tend to do just one page and then I'll duplicate it and then I'll just copy my little sample here and then just paste it on the other side, and then I'll just move everything a little bit more to the left. But it really just depends on your preference. Don't be scared. I know that I have these little rulers of Canva, but don't be scared to go a little bit more to the edge of the paper, because you should be using everything that's available that's outside of your guide, because this is where you're going to hole punch your planner. So just moving things around here. Okay, once we have this ready to go, you don't want to print this out with your guide. You're going to want to take this out. Now, because I have my own little shop that I do, usually what I'll do before I print out one of my inserts, I just put the name of my company, and then I'll just do that here. And it's also a good way for me to know if, like that is where I'm supposed to be hole punching my, like the area. And so I'll delete this and then I'll copy this over, paste this on this side, and then I'll just do that here, delete this. And so here you have it. So what I'm going to do now is download, PDF print always, download. And as it's downloading, we're going to also try to figure out how we're going to print this out, which if you see my other printing video, I would really recommend that. So what I'll do here is print it. In this case, you'll see that it's using a whole letter paper. We don't want that. Oh, it's an A5 because I left that A5. I'm going to go back to my personal size, which actually I need to fix that because I changed my personal size. So yeah, this needs to be fixed. So personal size is 3.75 by 6.75. So I'm going to just save this. All right. Cancel. Oh, printing this again. Okay. Now that I got that right, personal size. All right. Now you'll see that the paper is in the correct manner, right? We have the personal size paper layout. What I also do is just leave it as default, or what you want to do is fit to paper. You don't want to go, you do not want to click on fit to printable area because it's actually going to shrink your image. And it tries to do that because it tries to keep it into that printable. No, we don't want that because we want to use the entire paper. So fit to the paper or default, which is the fit to the paper. So once we have the paper size, we have our fit to paper. Ensure that you have either whatever paper you have. This is mostly to be used for a pre-cut size. I tend not to do a like a letter paper size, but I print it out in the actual size of the planner and then use pre-cut paper already. So this is what we have. You'll print it out front and back and it'll come out to this, and that's it. So easy to make your insert, your planner inserts. If you wanted to do the full letter size, what you could do, and I'm going to try to see if I can do this here, because I know I tried to do that last time and it did not come out good, but this is a letter size. So this is a full letter size paper, right? One full printer size paper here. And then what you'll want to do is upload, actually not upload, go back to your actual, and where, Here we go, this one. We're going to go back to our template here, and instead you're going to want to download this as a PNG. So we're going to do, let's just do one for now. So download. And essentially what you're going to try to do is download this as an image so that when you go back to your full letter size paper, you just upload this here. And once it's uploaded, you align it to where it could fit on 2 sheets of paper, basically. So we're going to keep that in the middle, or you can put it all the way to the corner. Do not mess with the size of the image. Just leave it like that because that's already the personal size in this case, right? And if you are using A5 or whatever, again, leave it like that. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this like this. Preferably, I know that a lot of people tend to leave it in the middle. I would just say leave it in the corner. And if you duplicate this, I'm going to delete this size because that's not my other size. I'm going to download this second image. Okay, I'm going to download this one. I'm going to my page 2, but keep in mind, it's going to print back and front. Not unless if you're going to manually take out your paper and then put it back in to print it out. But it's going to print back, front and back. So if I'm leaving it on this corner, I'm going to want to make sure that I keep it on the same corner if it was printing backwards. So in this case, this way. Does that make sense? I hope this part makes sense, but if you wanted to save your paper because you don't have pre-cut A5 paper or a personal size paper, you can use a letter size paper and then copy your image or download your image, paste it onto the letter size, and then what you can do is print it. Then you go ahead and cut it. Now, what some people do, which I would probably recommend as well if you are going to be using this method, is making yourself a little mark for the sizes of the pre-cut. So if you see here, it's already marking, Canva's already like telling me this is where it is. So a little bit more here. Yeah, so what you're going to want to do is do this. And now you have a way to tell where you're going to be cutting. Does that make sense? Like here's my little planner insert. Here are my guidelines, if you want to call them, to cut. Now you'll see that some people will just do like this because you don't want to like print out the entire thing. But this is the reason why when you buy planner inserts on Etsy, they have the pre-cut size and they're not super black. You actually want to keep it a little bit gray so that it doesn't go with it's not visible. Like if you're going to be printing them out, they're not visible. And if you accidentally print this out and it shows, it won't show that much. So there you have it. 3 different methods, right? You get your size. You can choose any of the designs that are here on Canva, print it out, change it up, switch it up, or you can create your own different planner inserts, which is like this. Print it, and that's what you have here. Where am I at? Okay, I guess I don't have it anymore. But that's what you had when we were trying to print it out the first time around. Or you can switch it out here as a US letter. Again, once you have this ready up and running, PDF print, always download. And again, you'll want to print this out in the paper size that you have Canva. So if my Canva says letter, then I'm going to print it out on my printer with the letter. If I have A5, I'm going to print it out with an A5. And that is it. I hope that this was helpful. on how to make different planner inserts. We'll see you guys next time.